And then they set the precedent to force you to do it, and then next they can make you take any number of vaccines. So what are you going to do?
Well, I followed Dr. Russell Blaylock. I think you had him on your show.
Yes.
Yes, I followed his 15 steps, and I actually, for the flu shot, I did very, very good. I didn't have any problems. However, a lot of the nurses and a lot of them were quite angry about it because they were wondering, why are we forced to do this? I've always refused, and I've never had any problems. But I calculated 50 to 75% of the nurses who took the regular seasonal flu shot for this year, 50 to 75% of them, I didn't get an exact figure, called in sick, and they all said it was the flu shot. So the flu shot, if anything, caused a loss of man-hours as opposed to preventing a loss of man-hours. So it was a useless, stupid argument that the Seton Medical
What's
Center
happening is they're testing forced inoculation. They're trying to set the precedent, and any mandated UN shot, whether it's smallpox, polio, hepatitis, tetanus, the UN has been caught adding sterilants to it in mainstream news in the mid-1990s. They got caught this year with live polio, giving people polio in the vaccine. CBS News, Associated Press, for anybody that wants to look that up. And they are setting up a medical tyranny. Under the executive orders, they can force the public to take it, but they're trying to force medical workers to do it first. So this year or next year or 2 years from now, they can have the quarantines and lockdowns and use that as the cover for martial law. It's the perfect cover because it makes everyone a suspect. Many states, including Texas, have passed laws where you've got to wear bracelets during emergencies. That's now on record. This is completely diabolical, being run by the United Nations. I know that the doctors and military and government officials in Germany are given a special shot. That's now in Time magazine, by the way, for those in denial. There is no doubt that something special is in that flu shot, that H1N1, and God help us. But you're saying, well, I mean, isn't this a wake-up call for the nurses if over half of them got sick?
Well, see, another thing, yes, it is. But another problem, like in New York, bravo to the nurses of New York for standing up like that, but they have a union. And I sort of think the reason, I mean, Texas is a right-to-work state. I sort of think the reason they were bullying us like that was because we don't have a union. I mean, that's my own gut feeling. I've never worked for a union, but that's my own gut feeling, I guess.
Now, a lot of the hospitals are trying to force seasonal and H1N1. Are they trying to force both on you?
No, they're having problems with the H1N1, and I think that's going to be another hurdle for at least for Seton healthcare system here in Austin is going to probably have to go through, because originally Seton's position was they didn't want the H1N1 because they were fearful of lawsuits, and the chief executive for the Seton system here in Austin stated that, and then about I think it was like a month later, he did a 180-degree turn and said everyone must take the H1N1. And I'm thinking either the government threatened them with removal of funds or someone threatened them, because originally
But you rolled up your sleeve to keep your job, your livelihood. This is slavery. They said, you let us do this medical procedure on you or you lose your job, and you rolled the sleeve up and you took it.
And your license. That's what I was told. He said, you lose your job, and I'll recommend you to the Board of Nursing Examiners here in Austin to have your license removed.
Land of the free, home of the brave. See, they're setting the precedent. They could never do this before, and this is all color of law with Obama up on TV saying you don't have to do it. God bless you, and I appreciate your call, Alex. That's just a horrible story. But it's going on. I mean, they're injecting public school children. Notice it's all elementary, because they're injecting most people's elementary students. We've confirmed that's going on. And it's the few that collapse and have convulsions, and the parents say, what happened? And they say, well, we gave him a shot. Well, I told you not to give him a shot. Well, we did. It's an accident. Oops. Here's the headline. Public school nurses give swine flu vaccine to kids without parents okay, sends child to hospital. Another headline. Another city student gets flu vaccine by mistake. Department of Education officials statement. And I've got headline after headline after headline saying the same thing here from New York Daily News, Associated Press, you name it. That's the system we live in. And notice before, they tried this forced inoculation with the smallpox with 14 million first responders, firemen, police, medical workers, county workers, federal workers in 2002, 2003. And the LA Times reported only 4,000 took it and over 100 died, mainly from heart attacks. It caused an autoimmune response in the heart. And then, remember, Tommy Thompson wouldn't take it, and that was it. It got suspended. This time, they don't care. See, and that's the issue. They don't care if you don't want amnesty. They're going to pass it. They don't care if you don't want the hate crimes bill, federalization. They're past it. They don't care if you don't want the Copenhagen World Government Treaty that says world government. They're going to do it. They don't care if you don't want Obama to expand the wars. He's going to do it. They don't care if you don't want the NSA violating the Fourth Amendment, taking over the Internet, and openly saying they may shut it down. They're going to do it. They don't care anymore. They've been told, do it. And the system's told the police and the doctors and all the enforcers, you do it or you're fired. Do you understand? They are testing you. They are testing you for real martial law. And the martial law is going to be medical. Probably not this year. Maybe not even next year. But this is all a test. And it's not going well for them, but it is going well. People are resisting at record levels, but they don't care. They're forcing it through and down. And if they are able to do this, it's an even bigger victory for them that they got resistance and they're still forcing it. I'm telling you, every one of you listening, if we don't have a revolution of understanding and awakening in this country, you're going to be boarded up in your homes in the next few years and not allowed out unless you take the shot. And then they're setting the precedent where people die and get hurt from it, and still no one gets in trouble, and it continues. See, they have to inject you with something that openly hurts you, and they go, well, that's the price. Well, you know, we have to do it. See, it's all psychological warfare. That's why they have hundreds of editorials and articles every week admitting world government and admitting everything you do is going to be tracked and traced and controlled, and saying, oh, isn't it good your children are spying on you for the environment? In all these publications, they're telling you that evil's good. On every TV show I see, torture is now good. They're turning us into them. Our entire atmosphere psychologically is changing. Let's go to Matt in Canada. Matt, you're on the air.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, Mike, I'm going to have to let you go here in a second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's Mike, not Matt, sorry.
Just go ahead, sir.
Yes, I'm calling from Canada. We've, like everywhere else, we've had the warning and the fear-mongering since summer. I've been a listener and a Prison Planet TV member for a long time, and I've given out your information to a lot of people. I work in the oil patch all over the world, so I've been able to reach a lot of people, and I've been showing the flu inserts even before you decided to put it out on the air, because I've listened to you for a long time, listened to Dr. Horowitz. Only one person where I work actually stood in line to get the flu shot. We've had highway backups. It's been crazy. They've been announcing that in Alberta, where I live, they have 3 million people. They've been saying since summer they have 2 million doses ready to go, and they only did it for a week. And all of a sudden, they shut all the clinics down because there was traffic gridlock and everything else going on here.